Good evening. It's the Cup semi-finals, and we did have a show, and then it went to a white screen. So let's go for it now. Okay, two matches: Dynamo Megahorse versus Sprungfelt, and Gondor versus CSCP Boston. So let's get this road on the show. Okay, Sprungfelt and Megahorse will be going up second because, of course, I'm here. And we'll go to Gondor, and Gondor's massive match here against the Boston side. Last time these two played each other, as Mike Savage says here, the classic half-10 start makes him feel all warm and fuzzy inside. And Champ Swan is here as well. Brilliant to have you on the stream. So last time these two teams met each other, Gondor, that was tremendous. Well worth watching how they did last time, and Boston playing their traditional 4-1-3-2. For today, Gondor has gone for a classic new formation. Christmas tree, some real Christmas tree sorts going on here. Chris Perry, centre back on his own there, with Chris Hope and Ricardo Bango tucking in when the side go forward. And then we've got Barron, Johnson and Batata in front of them. Diop, who played well last game, and Aragon. And then Palmo Dakar behind Fusini. Can they get anything out of this one? How did the Allenson go on tonight? Not the best, but nippy. But they had a shot at the end of the game. So Jakob Arborg came on for the injured Zickler, and he had a shot, and that's the highlight for your team tonight, sadly. But thank you very much for joining us for the quick Cup semi-final stream. Gondor, the community team, lots of teams' second favourites here. Alf and Horse duet of Rocking Around the Christmas Tree. Well, there must be some Christmas songs coming up this year from the community. It would be great to see if we can do that. But Alf's joke, if you didn't hear Alf's joke, oh wow, it was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. If you didn't hear it, please go and find that joke. It's brilliant. So for Boston against them, they've called Dionigi back into the starting lineup. They've got Vasari into it, Montevino, and the rest of it is the team that played the last league game. So they'll be looking strong tonight. And predictions wise, I don't want to predict, but there could be goals. Gondor at least have to their advantage. They could, with the home advantage, maybe they get a goal. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see Gondor do something here. So, going forward, already chances Boston trying to get underway. Fusini was on the attack. He was taken down. Samuel Johnson also having a shot. Diop, Fusini, definitely Gondor. And there it is, Aragon making the opening goal. Fantastic to see that Gondor have really taken it to their opponents. Might be struggling in the league, but the Cup is certainly bringing the team to life at the moment. Vasari's put one just wide, and coming in at the half-hour mark, it's still 1-0. Dionigi has a chance, and Neville Southall makes a save. Neville Southall probably the third choice keeper in the squad, but playing every game so far, and he's doing a decent job. At half-time, 1-0 it is. David Day having a nightmare. Boston, we just have a quick check of the stats. Gondor up against Boston. Their one shot on target has gone in. Sub-wise, Gondor Sprungfelt finals. I mean, we have 135 minutes plus potentially extra time and whatnot in the way. But yeah, sure, yes. Samuel Johnson very, very accurate with his small number of passes that he's made. And any changes for Gondor? Question there. A lot of pink. There was a lot of pink. In fact, there was 50% pink, but it looked like a lot more. For the opposition, they've done a reasonable job. Baldini struggling, but no subs planned at this point. Obviously, if there are any necessary changes, that they'll be made. Bart Savage has been in the chat there. Lovely bit of stuff there. Any changes, Swan? Any changes? I don't know if he can hear us, so I have to see. I don't know if he's still on mute. So I'll just ask him that question. Any Chan has? I better spell things properly if I'm going to write it, hadn't I? So we'll just see if he wants to make any amendments there. It's going to be. Oh, look at Chris Perry. I didn't even pick out Chris Perry's 13 out of 13 passes, did I? Checking the ratings up against the two teams there. Gondor deserved first half, and Batata it is, who is on the 9, doing a great job there so far. So any changes we'll have to see. No thanks. There we go. We've got 60 minutes. And Montella coming forward, a chance. And there's Dianigi immediately in that second half, getting the goal. And Mike's early predictions, are they falling wrong at the moment? Will there be a third goal in this one, or will we get a long extra time period to come on this one? There is golden goal extra time if it's anything like the last round. There is Zaurli scoring yet another goal for this season, and substitutes on their way now. Aragon at 81 is not injured. That's the same player again. Diop he's okay as well, so the fitness wise is probably just about alright. Chris Hope's okay, and ratings, that's where we are. So looking at the Gondor substitutes, any substitutes of course are welcome. For them, nobody's under 80%, so they'll be left just as they are. So just awaiting Gondor instructions. Kurniawan for Carr. Good to see Kurniawan getting another run out. He's had a decent season so far. The Indonesian special. Kurniawan for Carr. Please, I imagine that's probably the last one. If you do pop up another sub, then I'll make it, but with the word please on a different line. I think that says that we have sub. And Diop has scored. Not the opening goal this time, but he did score, and that's 2-2. Well, what a thing. Fusini, he's turned it round. He's turned the game round. Gondor 3, Boston 2. Wow, that is incredible stuff. And we're going into the last few minutes of the game. Will there be a sick goal, or Gondor have reached the cup final? What a turnaround. What a superb end to that game from Gondor. David Day, did he concede every shot as him? 3 out of 4. Both teams equal on the shot count. That is some turnaround in the last half hour of that game. Kurniawan comes on, doesn't really do anything, but the team are in the final. That is incredible. And Chris Perry running the show in the centre-back position there. Batata, Diop, Aragon, Fusini. Brilliant. I mean, Gondor have reached the cup final, and is it? I mean, it's just a slight prediction. Is it that Leon Kelly's dropped out of the first team and that this has happened? It's a superb performance there for them. Absolutely, as it says there from Champ Swan, momentous for Gondor. Wow. Into the final they go, and they will play against bitter rivals in Megahorse or Sprungfelt. Who is it going to be in that final? Sprungfelt today going with a formation that's set up to is set up quite defensively. Shows that there is a respect amongst both teams here, definitely. But Sprungfelt have players around there, and Ronaldo up there taking advantage of what Mike Savage has been doing tactically for his team. Yeah, I think you'd have to make your Core-Com's debut for the final, Swan. Superb. That was great there. Mike, it looks like a good strong team, and Jeff Whitley is certainly the player to watch at the moment. And also Nelson Cuevas has done pretty well since coming into this starting lineup, so I think both teams are definitely I think they're both nervous going into this one. Of course, with the next match looking up, we see that there are suspensions for Achendu, Kohler and Beinlich, so that's why they can all get into this team for today. Dropping most of the first team to make sure that the league game ahead is as it is. And there we are with a team featuring quite some heroes and some certain villains there. Stefan Beinlich is in just because he is suspended next time round. I don't know what to predict on this one. I don't predict, but let's just have a good one. Whoever wins, it's going to be a classic final up against Gondor. Jurgen Kohler captaining the team, and Miro Ukalovic refereeing. That's the first time I've seen him there. We shall see. So, we are going live from the Wolfi Stadion, and Cuevas has been heavily involved so far. Nedved as well. It's looking like Sprungfelt. Jeff Whitley's hit the bar. And then down the other end, a chance that's gone just wide. I wasn't sure which player it was. It was a little bit quick on the old screen. The two colours up against each other. It's a really bright match as it was last time round. And we are seeing, looks like Sprungfelt edging it slightly on ratings, but only just. And then Ulic has come close to scoring, but Beinlich taken down by Pope. Chance for Ulic again coming forward. And it's gone that little bit quiet. It gives me a little bit of chance to breathe. Half an hour in, almost, and the chances are still coming. Sprungfelt trying to push forward. Their team very, very even, actually, ratings-wise. Chendu's dropped down to a 5. And it's coming close to half-time. Juskowiak with one, but not quite finishing it off. Sebastian Juskowiak it is, scoring the opening goal. He dropped to a 5 temporarily, gets himself up to the 6 with the opening goal, and half-time it is. One player on each team on 5s, and the difference being, at the moment, Timo Hildebrand has kept out with... They've both kept out 2 chances, these 2 keepers, haven't they? So, very, very similar. Tackling, Megahorse edging it at this point. Both these kits have fantastic colours. Yes, they do. They certainly do. Cuevas, 18 out of 18 passes, just like Samuel Johnson was 100% from 15 at the end of last match. Cuevas is doing well so far. Here, looking at it, I assume Ronaldo is not injured at this point. He is injured. Yes, he is injured as usual with his foot injury. We'll see if he can do anything from that. Take him off for Olisa Debe. I think Mike's had enough of Ronaldo now for this season. If you want to make another change, please do. Jurgen Kohler, understated in the passing, superb in the tackling, doing the job he needs to do. He's on a yellow card though, a suspension for the final. If it happens, it happens, I guess. He is a goner. And substitute-wise, we're going to leave that to 60 minutes there. Okay. So as the game pushes on into these key moments of the second half, what are we going to see? We're going to see Sprungfelt coming forward. What's your conditions? Your bail conditions? Or there we are. I showed you all the conditions. I talked about them. Anyway, there we are here at 60 minutes. We're looking at, there are your conditions there. Bart Williams, 86. Never mind, I'll wait till 60. It's because you typed in he's a goner that I assumed you'd finished doing your substitutes. There we are, and conditions quite nicely on the screen. I will go back to your ratings as well. Your ratings: Bart Williams 5, Cuevas and Nedved and Duff, the only players in any sort of thing there. See, we are looking into this. I managed to preempt you on the ratings there because I stayed on your ratings for so long that by the time it came through on the chat that I'd already done it, so that's good. Let you have a look at your substitutes, just checking on the Megahorse ones. There will be a change. We're going to see Carboni and Lenichev swapping over. If there is a third change, that's fine. Don't forget, Mike, there is also, if it goes to extra time, you've got your third sub saved up there, I guess. Having a quick look here, Burma is on 84, Sebastian is on 83. I think there'll be a change. There'll be a change here. We're going to see Vili for Sebastian as the one that's going to happen here. So we've got 25 minutes just over left on this one. Cuevas coming close to a goal, but it's still 1-0. It's very, very tight. Anything can happen in this last 15 minutes of this one. Going forward again, Alyssa Davy puts it wide. It's very, very tense here. It's looking like there's got to be another goal in this game, surely. But it's now injury time. One last chance. And the final whistle goes, and Mega Horse have reached the final. It was incredibly close. Preetz, man of the match. I don't think I expected Michael Preetz to come out there as man of the match on this one, especially that he won a lot of headers and didn't do a lot else. But Hildebrand there were no shots on target in the second half from either side. Well played, Mike. You can concentrate on winning the league now, I guess. And Mega Horse Gondor in the final is going to be an unexpected but a superb final. We're going to be hitting up against the passing on Sprungfeld, just not up to their usual high levels. And it's got to be said, the Flandre takes a lot of credit from this one. Mike Duff there. Whitley on a 6. I don't know if he didn't play that badly, did he? But well done to Mike for keeping that game honest all the way through. So our finalists, Gondor and Mega Horse, they will play each other. The draw hasn't been made, but the final of the cup this season is going to be played in 2 weeks' time, and then the second leg the week after. So it's a 2-leg final during that time. Yes, come and join me on commentary for those, definitely. And so obviously a big thank you to people for being on the show tonight. And we will go on to Monday night, Division 2. We'll check those fixtures very quickly on the Premier Division. Let's have a look. So that's our fixtures for next week. Sprungfeld up against the Regionale, Red West Pacific and Gondor, the bottom of the table battle, Flamingos, Mega Horse, and Boston play tonight. They're up against Grove in a top match. We'll see you again soon. Good night.